So no intro.
Just
Get right into it.
It's
Chris Close.
It's Bassline.
Hey,
Chris
how you
Close.
doing?
He's here from Houston.
Some dick face
Some
walked
dick-
in.
Yeah, off the
Some
street.
guy off the street. He says he knows something about electronic music, and he thinks it's his fucking birthday. Welcome to the
And
show.
here he is.
I do
Chris
have the
Close.
ID to prove it.
Yeah. Well, happy birthday, Chris.
Thanks.
First of all.
Thanks.
Birthday baby.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Mhm. 37, really.
Yeah.
Old motherfucker.
You're actually
Is that the
you
real
are
number?
37.
What's the number?
No,
No.
I'm not 37. You're older than me, dick.
I know.
No.
Trying to get away from that.
Like, you know how old I am.
Yeah.
Well, tell our listeners. We don't-
28. Today.
Today.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Not mentally. Well, actually, I wouldn't even scale that mentally. Well, you're like me. I'm 36 going on 9. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Some of these stories I've already heard from you guys. Like,
Yeah.
9-year-olds shouldn't drink. You know that?
Says
No.
Hey, we're living proof of this. living proof of this every day. This is
Definitely.
what happens.
bro. Have you guys seen? There's a subreddit of unexpected Doug life. There's this little boy, and this guy's like, "What is he drinking? He can't be drinking that. That's not cool." And he's like, the mom or something. He's like, "Oh no, he's fine. He's got like a can of beer." He's like, well, "No, he's not fine. He's like, he's 8 or something." He's like, "Dude, I'm 9, bro." It's so cute. Totally drunk kid though.
I don't know where you guys see these things.
Well, you know,
We spend too much time online.
You really do.
How old did I just say I was? I need to keep it up all night.
28.
9.
All right.
28.
It is 9.
I'm stuck on 37, so
right.
I'm never getting off that.
That was
It's,
just
it's
Clerks
somewhere
reference.
between 28 and 37.
It is a broad spectrum, but I'm going with 37.
Sounds good.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, I'm going to do whatever I want. Anyway, with
How old
your
do you want
age.
me to be? Doesn't matter.
Oh, there you go.
Are you asking me? There's a lot of silence.
Well, you and me will always look like 10 years younger than we really are. At least I hope.
Yeah.
Oh,
Keep crossing your fingers.
I
yeah,
hope,
right.
yeah.
I'm like, way to put a feather in your own caps.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know. Well, I still expect it to like wake up one day and be like the movie Big. I'm just gonna wake up instead of just being like that older, from that distance. I'm just gonna wake up and I'll look in the mirror and I'm like 60. I'm like, what the fuck happened to me?
Damn, dude.
Let me tell you how that happens. A lot of hard living.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's what I'm
Bad
talking about.
decisions.
Yeah, like I don't understand.
I'll just be happy when I go through puberty and can grow some facial hair.
Well, everybody always asks me. They're like, what you're now 36 and you look like you're 23. Like, how do you do it? I'm
Smoking
like,
and drinking.
yeah,
Stay out of the sun.
Got to be it. Yeah.
Smoking and drinking. That's what I always tell them.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's totally smoking and drinking and staying up all night.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, come on. Do I look 37? And really?
No, I mean, no.
No comment.
No, I don't think you do. I don't know how old you are, but I wouldn't guess. I don't know. Do I look 48?
No.
Well, I am.
Bullshit.
Uh,
I'm not that drunk yet.
He's still on his first drink. Hold off.
we'll get you there.
Yeah.
Well,
So you're in town for the holidays from Houston.
Yeah.
you playing any shows while
Welcome
you're here?
back.
No.
No.
No,
Thanks.
Not this time.
We were talking
No.
about it, but you're not really staying over at time. We could do one, but
No, because I'm headed back Saturday. I've been gone from home too long.
yeah.
Right on.
So you've been out traveling? You've been...
Oh, yes.
Travels with his job.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
Lots
Yeah.
and lots of travels.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you DJ while you travel with your job?
No. I just don't have time.
No.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't want to carry anything. And I'm totally the get off my lawn guy. I haven't made that digital transition yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, right on. Like,
We talked to a lot of people about that, especially the old schoolers that have made the transition and
Yeah.
and how that transition was and whatnot. But
I mean, I did buy some CDJs a few years back, but yeah.
did you sell them too?
No, I've actually still got them. I've thought about selling them a time or two, but I figured it'd be nice to just have around.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've probably seriously played maybe 20 hours on them.
Well,
Getting a lot of use.
Yeah.
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 where are you headed right now with all your the music stuff? I mean, you were producing there for a little bit. Are you getting back into doing
Yeah,
some
I mean,
original stuff?
I've always liked to fuck around with it. I've never really had the mindset of anything serious, like put something out, put it available to the masses for sale or anything. But
do you play them whenever?
I have before. It's been a number of years though.
Back when you played CDJs?
No. Yeah, definitely not.
What was it though that we went to Pink together when he actually played Robot Sex?
I don't have a clue.
Do you remember that though?
No.
You remember that track you did with Eric?
Well, I remember Robot Sex.
Yeah, but I think we were drunk and you had it. Yeah,
I don't know
happened to have
what
it.
Pink is.
That was
I was
the
thinking Pink the singer.
the club at 18th of Boston.
Oh, the club.
Wasn't it called Pink at the time?
It was a venue
right across from Mercury Lounge
I think it was at one point.
by the fire station.
Yeah.
It was called Pink at one
And
point.
we walked in and I think you you knew the DJ and you were talking to him and you were just like, yeah, I just want to hear this. And he was like, dude, I'll fucking play it. And I think you actually had him like blast Robot Sex.
Nice.
that night.
That track is fucking great. I actually need to finish it and have it mastered and send it out. Maybe people will play it. It's just a fucking riot, and it total happened by pure chance, really. Me and Buddy just fucking around in Logic.
It was so funny.
With robots?
Well, no, we had a vocoder on the voice, so just
gotcha.
heavy effects on the voice. I mean, we didn't have a fucking mic. We used the headphones, plug it in the headphone jack, clean it up as best you can in post, and call it a day.
Right on. What? Yeah, I don't.
I'll have to show you guys that track.
I'd imagine Robot Sex sounding like maybe some clinking and clanging.
It's some and a DJ at Pink had it.
No.
Oh,
No,
I'm
he had
sorry,
he had
Mr.
it like on a flash stick or
I
something.
don't think I have it with me. Justin, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I'll have to find it. I don't know where it is, but it's on a
We might
drive
just
somewhere.
have to play that on your podcast
That yeah,
because
I will insert it here.
Right. No talking.
Okay. So it was a hilarious track. You guys like? All right, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I
so
don't
it was
know.
almost like total jump up drum and bass. Like I said, we were just fucking around. Basically, we used to like to hit record, and you'd take turns pressing one key as many times on a bar, and then it's the next person's turn to press whatever key and attempt to make patterns and whatnot. And we
That's
ended
a
up
good
with
way
this,
to do it.
Yeah.
We ended up with this really cool, almost jump up style bass line, but then we wrote a track around it, and it just was totally silly. I mean, at one point, Eric had to go into the bathroom and shut the door so that his laughs wouldn't be picked up by the headphone mic we were using.
I mean, the whole vocal line in it is Robot Sex. I mean, it just keeps repeating that over
With
and
your
over.
mom.
Yeah,
With your mom.
With your mom.
Is that really?
Well, there's
Yeah.
a nice little breakdown where I scream "with your mom." It's like robots have sex, and that's all vocoded, and then I go "with your mom," and it's awesome. Yeah, I mean, totally
Throwing your
just-
mom jokes into Robot Sex?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, the whole lyrical content is about robots fucking your parents. I mean,
Interesting.
Yeah, I like
That's
this song already.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jay,
was hilarious.
you've got to pull it up. So,
I'll have to find a copy of it and link
like
this
the
or something.
first verse is about role playing with your mom, and Megatron. So
Yeah, that's right.
What's the second
From
one?
Transformers.
God,
Yeah.
when did this happen? This was
Oh, shit,
4
this
or
is-
5 years ago.
Oh no, 'cause shit, I've already been in Houston 4 years,
Oh, that's right.
and this is probably 8 years, maybe.
Yeah. I do have a version. I'll dig this up and put it up here. It's great. But he's also, the DJ back in the day. That he'd bring me over and he's like, dude, I'm working on this track. Tell me what you think of this. The percussion or whatever it was. You had this weird sound, and I'm like, yeah, it sounds really great. And he goes, yeah, that's just like bathroom noises. And he would record bathroom noises,
The potty song.
yeah, and then he would take them, and after his production, you couldn't even tell what it was, but he would make tracks out of bathroom noises, and they sounded fucking amazing. And I'm like, serious? And he would step it back, so he would show me where it started from, and then what it ended up being, I'm like, no one would ever fucking know. It's hilarious.
You say bathroom noises. I mean, that could mean anything.
Farting, pooping.
All of it.
Yeah,
that was
all of it.
Sam and I fucking around. I mean, I think we used a cabinet door being slammed as the snare drum. I mean,
I used to have a friend. We had like 3 studios in my house at one point, and this guy would like come into my bedroom in the morning and he's like, "Get up, we're gonna make music today. Let's make a kick. What do you got?" And I was just like, "Oh, a mallet in a suitcase. Let me wake up." And like we'd just take like a shit ton of like paper bags and stuff and like make a snare out of it somehow. And it's a fun way to do things, and you get really
certainly.
unique tones.
certainly. I picked that one up after reading an interview with Chris Renna about how he recorded some of his own percussion sounds for a lot of the Trent Reznor stuff he worked on.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
So-
I was reading a thing on Tech House one time, or watching a video, I believe. They're like, the best way to get Tech House drums is to just have a tennis ball, and you bounce it off of everything and record each thing. Like,
Nice.
Interesting.
But yeah, we would like throw my hacky sack into the side of the bed or something, or the box spring for a nice like low end thump thing, and
Yeah.
yeah, you get creative.
Oh, certainly. You can get some crazy sounds that way.
I never took the mic into the bathroom though. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just knowing that it came from that, and at the very end of it,
Right.
it did not sound like that at all. It was this great sound, and I was like, "Yeah, it's a great sound. How'd you do it?" He goes, "Well, let me tell you." Like, really?
That's why we called it the potty song.
Yeah. No, I don't have a copy of that. Tell me you still have a
No.
copy of it somewhere.
Of course I do.
Of course.
I've even still got the original file.
Ah, that's awesome.
Well, when did you get started in DJing?
Oh,
Like,
shit.
how old were you?
Like, serious proper DJing, I was 18. So, yeah, the first setup, the good turntable was the one that had pitch control on it.
Right on. Did that like change what you would play from A to B?
Oh, certainly. I mean, that was just totally very beginner, just trying to even learn how to beat match. I mean, not even concerned with phrasing or key changes or anything at that point. I'm just trying to make these two records match
Yeah.
versus this turntable, the speed is static. You get 33 or 45. Take your pick.
Oh God.
Yeah.
But what initially got you into it? Just seeing people play, being out, just
Yeah,
people you
you know,
knew,
kind of
or-
all of it. So,
He liked to party.
Apparently,
yeah, I like the nightlife. I like the
who
movie.
doesn't? Who doesn't?
Oh man, yeah.
But no, actually, when I was like 15, I worked at this fucking skating rink, and the owner's son built a proper DJ booth up there. And him and his buddies would use the weekends essentially to just like practice their DJ, and they were playing, you know, quality tunes at the time. You know, Josh Wink, early shit, and
Yeah,
you know,
sweet.
the Grid and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, dude, that's fucking cool. And of course, you know, as they get older and drunker and not able to go to work, they're like, hey, we need you to get up there and do it. Sweet. So I started buying records at like 15 years old from Paul at Mohawk. That's all she wrote.
Right on.
Yeah.
What were you buying originally?
Oh man, I was buying, I mean, geez, the very first record I ever bought was Cowgirl by Underworld.
Nice.
Still got it too. The original copy I bought in '95.
Damn.
Well, now we can do the math to figure out how old you are.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That made it easy.
Yeah. 28.
Yeah, that's how
That's
I
what I came
math.
up with.
I'm math
exactly
like
what
that.
I got. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, actually, give me a minute here.
She's got to pull out her phone.
No, I won't. I can do it in my head.
Uh,
9518 plus.
In her head, out loud.
It happens, yeah.
Uh,
But no, I've actually still got that record. There was a few others I bought at the time. A lot of what's now considered classic industrial stuff.
Yeah.
Some old KMFDM, Thrill Kill Cult, that kind of stuff. It was a cool skating rink.
It sounds like
Yeah,
it.
that does sound really cool.
Here in
Oh,
Tulsa?
Yeah.
Where was it?
It was that, well, it was new at the time. It was up in like 105th and Memorial or whatever.
Oh, okay. It's also dating yourself as well.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
She's taking notes.
I am putting it together.
So, how do you feel that your musical taste has progressed since when you started till now? Like,
Oh, geez. I mean, definitely, I'd say the first 5 or 6 years, I was definitely more into. I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. You know, now it would be, you know, more some of the fads that come along, right? Similar
Right.
to essentially how I view a lot of like the dubstep stuff now,
Mhm.
right? You know, I think it's going to phase out and whatnot. But I mean, I could totally look back and realize, oh, okay, this few years that I played this genre, that's pretty much what it was. It came and
Yeah.
went, and that's that.
I think a lot of us, it's how we kind of get our things. I'm just now, after even almost going on 5 years, feeling like I'm finding my own voice
Right.
own character in it. And when I started, I was playing cheesy bullshit, and then
Yeah.
started getting more deeper into it and finding, my own voice and whatnot.
Yeah, certainly. So
We all got to swim through the river of cheese.
it happens. It happens. Queso, baby, queso.
Yeah.
But no, because I mean, back then there was just pretty much like 4 genres. You had house, trance, drum and bass, and breaks.
Right.
That was it.
But even back then, you had your cheese part of it, and you
Well,
had your
certainly.
good stuff.
Certainly. Then all the subgenres really started coming. Now, I don't know if that was just my education and being able to notice it, or if they just really became more prevalent, late 90s, early 2000s. But that was the case, because that's when shit started splitting. Then you got, funky house and Chicago house and booty house and tech house and all this bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, a song's good or it's not. I don't
Yeah.
really give a shit.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
we got that good shit and we got that other shit.
That's right.
Yeah, but nowadays, like, everything's split off so many goddamn times. There's so many subgenres of subgenres and weird genres, and it's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck are we doing?
I always just think basketball.
I love the movie, but I'm trying to think of the reference here.
It's when all the pro teams start moving and all this crazy shit.
What was it? The Los Angeles moved up to San Francisco, then back to Los Angeles. Nobody noticed, or whatever it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that film.
I haven't seen that.
It's
pretty stupid.
Basketball.
It's
No.
it's definitely a dumb movie.
Really?
Yeah.
If you like dumb movies,
I don't like dumb
Well,
movies. Go figure.
But I still don't put it on the level of dumb movies of like Superbad or something like that. Like, 'cause it's still
Superbad's
funny.
hilarious. That's not dumb. We're not going to argue about that.
All right. Agree to
Sorry to
disagree.
jump you
It's,
on that.
it's pretty dumb. I mean, I would say it's dumber than Superbad for sure.
You
I
think?
I would
Oh,
say
yeah.
so.
Huh.
Certainly.
That's
Well,
what
I didn't feel that.
I mean,
way.
it's
Outnumbered there.
It's a freaking South Park creator movie. I mean,
Right.
come on.
Right. True.
It's really good at 3 a.m. if you're like super drunk and can't sleep.
Right.
Well, and I think too about the timing. I think the
that
timing.
or Orgasmo.
Studcock.
Well, see, and two, I think about those movies, like when the time period they came out, we were younger, and I think they were a lot more funnier. And I think the only reason I still like those movies is that nostalgic factor.
Oh,
Is
certainly.
it because you were dumb when you saw it originally?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still retarded.
I mean, hell, that's
but-
why I still like some of the dumbass old tracks I used to like.
Right.
Right.
I mean, of course, some of them have actually stood the test of time, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
But some of them, I would be
There's-
caught dead playing them. There's no
Yeah.
way. But I still enjoy them around the
Yeah,
house or
the
whatever.
that
nostalgia.
nostalgic factor,
Yeah.
yeah. And see, when like Superbad came out, like I could not watch that film.
Oh, I
tried,
love
I
it.
could not watch
Oh,
it.
Really?
it was fucking great.
I couldn't watch. I couldn't
It's a
get. I
great
got
movie.
through the first 15, 20 minutes. I was like, just turn
You
it
couldn't
off.
even watch
Really?
Apparently Kid today. God.
But you can watch the train run over potatoes and stuff.
What?
What?
You lost me so hard.
Whoa! What are you even talking about? The train running over potatoes.
That stupid black and white cartoon thing where you have like he's throwing up rainbows. He's like, that stupid shit. What is that?
Oh, I can't even remember it.
You know it. I'm sure you've seen it. It's like,
It's that stupid black and white collection.
yeah. What does he say? I'm not going to die
I'm not-
today or something.
Die potato, not today. No.
Right. It's just like silly. You've seen it, haven't you?
I can't remember it.
But that's more of like an experiment because like
I don't even know why I just said that.
yeah.
When I think of dumb, that's what comes to my mind. Every time.
Well, it's hard to even talk about without.
I know.
I can't
Well,
remember
it's
the name. All right, let's move past this. But Jesus Christ,
it was funny.
Oh man.
we are derailing fast. I
We're
figured
not
we
really,
would.
we're not derailing. We're
right,
just
hang on.
back to.
Uh-oh.
We're going to take an intermission shortly
Okay.
to listen to this track. Wait, I don't want to reply. I want to forward.
We've never
What-
had an
what's the
intermission
track?
before.
Yeah, this
Yes,
is
we
new. I like-
did in the beginning.
Did we?
Did he?
We used to take smoke breaks in the middle, but we
What
found
the
that
Fuck is
that
your
was
email
kinda weird.
address?
I love saying smoke
Tell
breaks.
it to
Why do we
your
quit
tell
doing
it to your
that?
listeners so they can email you dick pics.
Please
God,
email
don't
us
email
dick
me
pics
dick
at
pics.
Justin Brown.
All
at
right. The other, I was trying to think of the baseline one, but it's
We have one?
yeah. We well,
Oh,
of course
that's
we have
cool.
one.
it's baselinepodcast@gmail.com.
Is that it?
Yeah.
There's no. Okay.
It's that simple.
But do you know the
I think.
password?
Yeah.
BASS or BASE?
BASS. Yeah.
BSS.
Bassline.
Bassline.
Podcast
Bassline podcast.
at gmail.com.
What are you sending me?
Robot sex. Dude.
Nice.
Oh yes, we need some robot sex. I've been craving it all day.
Well, yeah. Who hasn't?
I mean, it's Christmas Eve. Why would we not have that?
Well, they kind of do have it. Well,
Yeah.
the Japanese made that machine that'll like get you off, so you can like sperm donate.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Is
it's
this a thing?
Yeah, no, it's a real thing.
Wow.
Good thing I know that.
And who does that one video? Robots in Disguise.
Oh yeah, fucking the sex has made me stupid.
Yeah,
Shit's
that
fucking
video is
great.
hilarious.
That video is kind of what inspired this track.
Yeah, I can see that. Have you guys seen that?
I haven't seen that.
No.
It's pretty bad.
But it's hilarious. It's these two
It'll
girls.
be hilarious in a few more drinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll have a second and we'll see.
We need to
These-
get a server. We have an
Where
attendant
is
for
Marcus?
drinks,
Where is
actually.
Marcus when you need him?
Oh yeah, Marcus was our first server, but I think he kind of got fired.
Got fired. Doesn't live here.
Is that what it is?
We did a
He was
podcast
good,
here,
yeah.
and we were just like Marcus. So he ended up coming in with like a towel folded around, like making drinks for us. I felt
Nice.
really bad.
It was nice of him, though. It was,
Well,
nice
it's
of
very
him.
nice of
yeah,
him.
He,
I was
he
like-
made it more of a joke than anything.
I was
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
to someone and just raising my drink and shaking it at him. And
Nice.
Didn't even make a proper order.
He was such a sport about it. Just having
He
fun
was.
with it was great.
Schlong woman slayer.
Yeah.
I'm still not sure what that means.
We'll
But that's
find
a
out.
story we're
You'll
gonna
find
ask
out,
him
yeah.
about.
A month from now.
Did someone write that down? Because I won't remember.
No, but he'll
Well-
hear it in the podcast and make
Oh,
a note.
that's
You
right.
know,
He
hi
absolutely
Marcus.
will.
Marcus
Yeah.
does listen
He
to these,
absolutely
so
will. Yeah.
he's coming up January 24th when we record him. So his actual episode will come out the end of January. But
Marcus Lang, you're my hero.
He's going to come in here with a three, what's it called? Binder.
3-ring binder. Yeah.
Three ring. I couldn't even think of the word ring. Well, I'm going to catch shit for that from him
Yes,
now.
yeah.
Damn it.
I'm not editing
He's
that
like,
out.
Melanie, you
You're
idiot. Yeah. I'm just going to go with Trapper Keeper.
So, what about this mix you brought?
I'm sorry, one more time.
I was supposed to bring a what?
Sorry, the mix.
You brought a.
What mix?
You brought us a mix.
I brought a mix.
Are you supposed to?
Okay.
I told you.
I think he
Sweet.
just emailed it to you.
I emailed
It's
you
one-
robot sex.
I'm just
song.
gonna play that on loop
One
for like
track.
an
You should,
hour.
yeah.
Like, that's Chris's mix.
This will best represent him.
With your mom.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Pretty much. Yeah.
I think you should
Well.
pull it up, play it. I'm gonna piss, refill my drink,
Yeah.
have a cigarette.
You
and
want
we'll
to
get
have
back.
an intervention?
Is it that long of a song?
Not an intervention, an intermission.
No.
I'm just going with both.
I don't need an intervention.
I
You
think-
might.
I might.
You
Yeah.
might.
I do need a toilet paper intervention. I've been
So,
talking about it.
thanks for listening to the Bassline podcast. We will be right back after these messages from our sponsors.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for the arrival of the robots that are going to do your mom
make your mom.
And so that was Robot Sex. So that was 8 years ago, but that song still makes me laugh.
Something like that,
It's
yeah.
hilarious.
It might have been longer. I really don't know.
Yeah, all those years kind of collide.
They blend together
Yeah,
when
they
you're
really do.
28.
Yeah, when you're 28.
I did the
Can't
math.
keep
I
track of
think you're
anything.
really 37.
I might be
Not 37. Close.
sure?
Closer to 37.
in a row.
Then your math isn't adding up.
Well, I don't know what kind of math you use, but
Basic arithmetic.
That's
Who are you?
not
I
going to
didn't-
get you anywhere.
I didn't write an algorithm right now just to figure it out.
Well, there's your problem. There's your fucking problem.
Oh, is that it? Amongst many others.
Right.
Let's get back to music stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
let's
can we
talk
talk
about
about
that.
music since this is supposed to be
A
about
music podcast. Yeah.
sure.
Does anyone know anything about music?
I don't.
I, for one, do not.
I've heard some
Yeah.
What would you hear?
music.
Was it good?
Yeah.
I've heard that
What's it
David
like?
Hasselhoff album. It was really awesome.
That was a good album. I've never heard it, but it was good. I
I've
can
never
tell.
I totally liked it before it was cool.
Yeah, I did.
Jesus.
He called me and said, I'm making music. And I was like, what's that? It'll be good. I'm really
Alright,
good
so-
at jokes.
I don't know how we got
What-
retarded from part 1 to part 2.
Well, it's really
It's a
hard.
fucking shot.
That's how we do.
Yeah.
I did, I think, 2 or 3.
Well, it's also really hard, I think, too, to be serious in any
Come
form
back
and
with.
fashion with you when it's your birthday and, we've been drinking and...
He hasn't really been drinking, though, so it's us. That's
So
not
it's really
being
us,
serious. It's
yeah.
really us. He's kept it together.
I'm
actually.
here and totally serious and waiting for questions about music, but you fucks keep dragging it on and on about other stupid shit.
Exactly.
I'm done with this shit. I'm out.
Thank you for calling us.
All right, so all right, let's get into this one.
I want to talk about where you've been, where music has taken you on tours and whatnot.
On tours,
Where have you? Yeah, have you
Oh.
have you played outside of where you lived?
oh, certainly. Certainly. I've probably played outside of where I lived more than I've played where I've lived.
Yeah.
What are your favorite places to be playing?
I really like playing Springfield and Fayetteville. Those places are just a fucking blast.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fayetteville's a lot
That's
of fun.
unexpected. Like,
Yeah.
Fayetteville's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Always.
Fayetteville's always a blast. There's a,
Do you
I
have
give 'em-
groupies there?
no. God. I know. I'm not that guy. I wish.
One
but,
day.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, one day.
Just keep plugging away.
Yeah. No, I've never had groupies anywhere. Of course, I'm not in White Snake either, so.
There you go.
I am a White Snake groupie.
Well, aren't we all?
Die
I mean, I
hard.
think-
White Snake groupie.
Who isn't?
Exactly.
That's a very good point.
But Fayetteville, yeah, where have you played there? George's?
Fuck if I know. Everywhere.
wherever. That's a
Yeah.
fun place to go
Yeah,
and hang
Fayetteville's a
out.
blast.
It's a great town.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
There's a real good local scene. Of course, I say there is. There at least was. There may or may not still be. I don't know.
There is.
But there was a great scene there with great people, putting on good shows, a lot of good local guys. Wes Luker, Ben Armstrong, Matt Balls, as I call him. It's Bowles, but I call him Matt Balls. Anyway.
Why would you not?
Well, exactly.
Just,
He's
asking for it, yeah.
Tons of other guys. I've done all kinds of different genres and sets and whatnot. Aaron Morgan and I did a 2x4 out there. 12 years ago or so. It was fucking amazing.
What's a 2x4?
It's when you have 2 dudes, 4 chicks. No.
Yeah.
You had me there.
I was like, I've heard of that.
No, it's 2 guys playing on 4 turntables. So
Okay,
basically
good.
each guy's got their own setup, but they're plugged into a common house mixer with equal gains on both. So that essentially you're playing 4 turntables between 2 people.
Cool.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
I like that term. I think that's a good term.
Yeah.
Yeah, you used to see him quite a bit. Should ask Marcus about his when he comes on here.
Okay.
He did some really cool ones with
That
Jason
sounds
Jacobs
so
over
dirty.
the years.
Jason Jacobs.
Yeah. But no, so Aaron Morgan and I did some 2x4s. Oh geez. I mean, this was the early 2000s. We had even worked out full on hand signals and all kinds of shit to communicate with each other.
Did
while
you
we
have
were
a
playing.
secret handshake?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was way
Really?
too long to remember. No.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
No, but we had these hand signals so that we could communicate. Because, I mean, with headphones on, and of course, being in a club setting, you can't exactly just say, hey, this bass line's getting ready to drop in. And, hey, I got 2 more phrases before this one comes out or whatever. So we had these hand signals to communicate so that we could properly play on a 2x4
Do you still remember your hand signals?
No.
No?
No. It's been years.
So really, would you say you were more self-taught once you got into it? Did you just...
I mean,
How
yes
did you
and
learn,
no.
I guess?
I mean, like anybody, I learned playing in my fucking living room for hours a day. Playing with friends on the weekends, having some underage drinks and whatnot. And then, of course, you start playing out at that point well before I should have been. But, just talking to people, getting pointers here and there. And, yeah.
So, getting in the late 90s and whatnot in the Tulsa scene, and then seeing the Tulsa scene now, how do you feel about the progression of things? And
there's definitely more going on now than there used to be. But that, I think, has created a bit of a division.
yeah.
I mean, for example, on my way over here tonight, I passed a warehouse at 3rd and Peoria that, I still associate with parties Josh Lynch did in
Yeah.
2000 and 2001. And these were huge blowouts. He rented this fucking warehouse. Missy had the deal across the street. And it was just, and everybody was at all the parties because there just wasn't many to go to. Versus now, there's 500 different things to do every night of the week. So you get 10 people at each of them.
Right.
Which is cool. I mean, you do get to find exactly what it is you're looking for. Versus back then it was, well, okay, if it's breaks night, it's fucking breaks night, and that's that, regardless if you like it or not. But all your friends were there.
Yeah.
So.
And now everything's strictly more into the venues, and we have less
certainly.
parties and
Certainly.
warehouse shows and stuff.
What's the music scene like in Houston then? Is it...
Houston's all over the map. It's almost sad to say, but the best house music's found in the douchiest clubs.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they pay well, right? And I mean, if I was
Yeah.
still playing in the scene and whatnot, I mean, shit, that's where I'd be, right? Where the money's at and people are grooving and dancing and whatever. But no, there's a little club that I can actually walk to from my place, and occasionally they bring some really good people. Timo Mosh, John Aquaviva, Jody Wisternoff, a lot
Damn.
of big people, right? Doing free shows, baller club. Fucking nobody's there, right? They're all in the fucking douchebag clubs listening to, fucking Joe Blow
Yeah.
and whatever.
Well, it's kind of different here too, because when you talk about any douchebag clubs or whatnot, it's more about the top 40 and stuff, and the more popular kind of styles. So you don't really you don't go to the douchebag places to hear actual good music. You would go to hear your top 40
Right.
here.
I mean, in Houston, the ones I've gone to, I typically only go to those if it's a specific DJ that I do want to see. And of course, if you go too early, you do have to listen to that bullshit. But by the time everybody's getting drunk, they're playing just some good old fashioned house music.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's pretty sweet.
And
We've got a lot of variety. So
And you're still not playing shows out there yet?
no, I haven't even attempted to.
Any thought to yet? Are you missing it? Are you missing
Yeah,
performing?
of course. Oh, of course. But I'm totally the get off my lawn guy. So
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want to like start over, be like, yeah, I'll pass out flyers for your bullshit event. Then I'll get the 8 o'clock slot. Fuck you, no.
Oh, so you don't have to pass out flyers anymore. It's just all online.
Right.
Right, yeah, that's true.
Well, I'm not gonna start a Facebook page just to say, come see me, blah blah blah.
Because you're not even on Facebook, are you?
No,
No.
You're anti-Facebook.
I am.
Get off his
He
lawn.
is that get off the, yeah. I mean, things happen when you
Well.
turn 37.
I guess, yeah.
37/28
Yeah.
Wouldn't
slash
know.
9.
Yeah. No, I got tired of that shit. I was like, you know what? Why am I even looking at this stuff? I don't even care.
Yeah.
I mean, I was just, I'd have to bite my tongue and, you'd read something and just want to be like, bullshit, you're a dick face, whatever.
Oh,
But,
so you had one before?
oh, I've had one
Oh,
before,
okay,
yeah.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been about 2 years now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the only reason I keep my Facebook or any of that stuff is really promoting shows, and I don't say anything on my shit other than promoting shows and I feel like an ass for it.
But the real question is, does that promoting your shows actually do anything for you, right? Because, I mean,
Well-
that's one of the things, like, I'd get 500 freaking invites for a bunch of bullshit, which, truthfully, I just stopped looking at all of them.
Well, what sucks about Facebook even more is back in the day, yes, it did. But now that, you're using Artist Page, we all created Artist Page to create that side of us,
Okay.
that artist image of us. And at the point in time when they first started doing it, it worked, but now they have this whole thing where they want you to pay to promote. So what back then when I could actually send something out and everybody, that liked the page would get it. Now, because they want you to pay to promote it, like I could send something out and like 8 people see it.
Right.
And it's like, if you don't pay to promote it, they don't see it unless it's on a personal page and it has free reign, kind of, maybe. I don't know.
I believe you can even promote on your personal pages too.
I think now everything's just about money and nobody sees anything you promote. And even stuff like, my close friends, that even I signify close friends now, like I don't see half their posts.
Right.
It's like, so this is a tool to bring us all together to be closer to people wherever they are, but
I don't
now
use
it
it for
doesn't
that.
fucking work.
No, this is a tool to sell your information to advertisers.
Well, now it is.
Right. Well,
It always
so to
has
speak.
been.
Well,
Well, I think when it first started, it was a little different.
Oh,
it was
when
a little
it
bit
first
more
started,
liberal
you had
and-
to have a university email address to get on.
Well, not first started, but when it first became open to the public and people started getting into it, it was a lot more open source, like free reign kind of stuff.
Well,
But then as soon
certainly.
as they started getting money and then they hit, the stock on it and everything like that, it all
Yeah.
went to shit.
Going public with that.
But unfortunately, it's still a great way to advertise and great way to market. I mean, that's what people know. If they don't see it on Facebook, they're not going to it. And so now it's kind of a way now of trying to use the social media around their stipulations and all their bullshit to still promote to your target and all that kind of
Right.
stuff. It's
Well, and I know a lot of
bullshit.
people who use it just as a calendar of events going around town.
That's how I've kept my shit straight
I,
for years.
I use it
yeah.
for that. I use it. I have like alternate feeds that are all music stuff, and then to talk to people around the world that I don't
Yeah.
have their phone number. They're in Ukraine
Yeah.
or London or something. And
which is just good for that.
Yeah, it's
as
really
far
good
as
to-
communicating with.
yeah,
And you do bring up a good point because I've used it for years of just kind of a calendar, as you said, like
Mhm.
because
Oh,
I
I
have
do
a
totally.
bad short-term
Yeah.
memory. I never know when anything's going on, so I'd always like things, and yes, I want to go to this because it will remind
It'll
you
give
before
a
it
reminder,
happens.
absolutely, yeah.
The one problem that I have too is a lot of people, they don't want to commit to anything. They don't want to say anything. So when you put out an event, they won't like it. They won't say they're going or whatever. They're just going to go. And that's great and all. But the one thing that I don't like about it is with Facebook being the way it is, if you say you're going, it's going to put it on your page saying you're going to this event,
Oh,
and it
yeah.
actually helps promote the event.
Right.
But a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to commit to it, or I don't want anything posted on my page, so they won't do it. And they're really actually kind of stippling, or not stippling, but stifling. Thank you. The
They're
promotion
they're
of this
nippling it.
event.
Yeah.
And we need more people going. Just say you're gonna go,
I
even
say
if
yes to
it's a
everything.
maybe.
If it's a friend of mine that invites me to something, I'll say yes.
I always
don't-
liked it when
You want to go
Even
to the
if I-
bathhouse later?
Sure.
Awesome.
Let's make a
Done
Facebook
deal.
event.
I will right now.
Yes.
It's fun to see it whenever it's like,
There's
oh
not
wow,
even
my
one
friend
here.
in Japan is coming to the event. No, they're not.
Stupid.
No, they're not. Yeah, but I mean that's the big thing. A lot of people need to start actually hitting. Okay, I'm going on this. Even if you can just maybe help promote the event.
No, I do that, especially for our friends that we've met. I mean, throughout
So,
this and
Well,
the
I wasn't
events.
directing this to you, but yes.
No, but I mean, I'm saying I do that because I know it puts it out on my page and people will see it.
Are you getting
Yeah.
defensive?
No, I'm agreeing with it.
You're out of your element.
Fuck off.
Take another shot. Take another shot.
So
I quit.
were you like the dramatic individual on Facebook, and that's why you had to get rid of it? Just
No,
a
definitely
huge
not.
lift off your
No,
shoulders.
No, I almost posted nothing, but I
Right.
just got tired of reading bullshit.
Yeah. Well, you don't
and all
have
the
to read it.
and all the superficial crap that goes on there, and like the stupid politics because you can't delete this dickhead because whatever bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
find that
fuck
I
all
post
that.
inappropriate things. I need to watch that.
I think you're fine. Like I don't.
I don't
think
know. I
it's-
feel like sometimes it's.
But I see where Milo is coming from this because
But I get- yeah.
I've had tons of friends that post nothing but negative shit, and then they get a lot of like negative like comments on it, and they're just like, "I fucking hate how negative people are," and like, "Fuck Facebook," and I'm like,
You
"Well, you
started
kind
it.
of, well, you kind
Yeah.
of get back what you
Yeah.
put out there. Like, you have to be
Right.
really careful. Like, don't be such a shithead." and
I'll
you'll be
just tell
alright.
you guys, have fun next year on Facebook during election season because
Oh God. Yeah, I hate that shit.
yep.
I just.
I don't read my feed during things like that. Like I stay away.
Well, it's
from
gonna
it.
start in about February, so
Yeah.
and go
Yeah.
all the way through 2016. So
Jesus
yeah, have fun with
Christ.
that.
Yeah, just scroll.
Well,
fuck all that.
I unfollow
Yeah.
people that do stuff like that. I'm like, don't. However, you can do that now.
Oh, yeah, you can
just
block them off your feed
I'm
if
don't-
you don't
I
like
don't-
what they
I don't wanna
post,
Read
like-
it.
Well, I love
You can
that
still-
guy that was
But I
trying
mean,
to
I
tell
have-
me I
They
made a
didn't used to
post
have
about
those
music.
options.
Maybe a month or so ago, and it said like I want to meet someone who makes me feel the way the music makes
Yeah,
me feel.
I remember that.
And this guy gets on my Facebook and starts commenting on that post, being like, "Man, music is just like caveman shit. We need to get past it as a human race. It's just holding us back." Blah blah blah. And it ends up like I was trying to be nice to the guy for a little while there, but in the long run, like other people just started tearing him apart, and it's just
Right.
like this huge battle going on. I'm laughing my ass off the whole time.
Yeah.
Some people, I mean,
There's-
it's cool that we get access into other people's lives and we can't hide. I think that's a nice accountability, but at the same time, I admire people that do actually get rid of their Facebooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I feel I have a bit more productivity now after work.
I can
So-
imagine. Yeah.
I definitely spend more time on Reddit than I do Facebook.
Oh, certainly.
It's a lot more fun, and the
Oh, yeah.
anonymity of it.
Well, and see, mentioning that, so that's typically what I use for my events, right? Is my local subreddit. So
Tulsa
nice.
subreddit sucks.
yes, it does.
There's
Really?
nothing on that shit.
See, I don't get into Reddit much at all.
I haven't either, honestly.
This
So-
shit's fucking great.
It's the best.
It is.
It's the
Well-
one website that will always be your best downtime. And there's a
Yeah.
subreddit for anything you can actually imagine.
yeah.
Really?
And these subreddits are getting out of control from what
They
I've been
are.
reading. Like,
I
Well, there's
haven't-
like
I haven't even
half a
messed
million
with
Oh,
it.
of them or some shit.
Yeah.
Right? There's
Well, anyone can
seriously-
start one,
all right,
right?
Yeah.
so what's the issue then with Tulsa subreddit?
Not enough
Participation.
users.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the Houston sub's good enough, right? So, I mean,
I wouldn't even
Yeah.
think to be going to the Tulsa subreddit.
Yeah.
Like, we looked at it a few nights ago, and it is like all the views are like 7 people saw this.
Right.
You know, it's like, well, I know there's more than 7 subreddit or redditors in Tulsa, but like nobody's gonna go to this page. Like
yeah, certainly. But
Houston,
no,
in a bigger city, I could
that's
see
been
it.
my go-to in my travels is I'll pull up the local subreddit, see what's going on, because
Mm-hmm.
inevitably some younger DJ that's hungry to make a name or whatever's posted something or
Mm.
said something about the parties, and you can typically find something decent in there.
I'll have to check it out. I haven't
Maybe we
really
should
looked
make a
at it.
Bassline podcast subreddit.
we probably should.
We
I think
should
that
do
might
it.
be a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with 10 subscribers.
Yeah.
Right?
4 of them are sitting here right now.
Indeed.
The other
Right?
6 are listening to this when
Right.
it comes out.
Yeah.
I might unsubscribe.
Right.
It's pretty much just my mom and
Yeah.
5 friends, I think. But no, that's not going to help us.
One of them's your girlfriend. She's
Yes,
an
that's true.
obligatory-
Out,
Yeah.
Yes, out of obligation. So there's
Yes.
no.
I actually like
When's
tie her
Marcus
down and make her listen to all
shaking
these.
us?
but-
There's 6.
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, the other 3 are my cats, and then
Right.
there you go. So
That you made up their usernames for.
Yeah.
And rice.
and rice, yes.
So,
Oh, Rice. Praise Rice.
yeah.
Just turned 7.
He is
Justin
7.
missed a birthday
years
this
old.
year. Did you hear?
Oh, dude.
I know. I was disappointed because it was. We talked about it and then dropped the ball.
Are you
No.
choking on rice?
No, I'm this joke. All right, so now we got to explain rice though, because everybody else is. I don't like doing inside jokes on the podcast because.
We know, so tell about it.
Oh Jesus!
Justin left a bag of rice in the freezer, and it's 7 years old now.
He moves it from
That
house
actually
to
pretty much
house
sums it up. But
Yeah.
it's
and
funnier
celebrates
than that
the
because
birth date of the that's on the.
I don't know. Is it funny or
freezer
not?
bag.
Because that's kind of what it is.
that's pretty
dude.
much what it is.
That's what it is.
All right, but maybe I should I don't know, get into it just so
Oh, get
there's
into
some
it, all right.
background.
He
somewhere
wrote a
else.
date
So it's
on the baggie, and now we can tell exactly how old it is. It's from November 7 years ago.
November 10th.
November 10th or 11th?
10th.
10th.
Yeah.
Wow, you know. Rice's
Well, we've
birthday.
heard it.
My
yeah.
birthday's right around there.
Yeah, and we
After
were,
about 2
okay.
years, it became mandatory just to keep it because.
Well, it was 3 years when we moved. No, it was 2 years
It
when we moved.
really
You're
threw
right,
me
actually.
off when I found out it was cooked rice and not.
All right. Well, okay. So
There's a lot of questions.
We're
about
spending
it.
way too much time on rice.
all right, for the
Well, let's
listeners,
not
I'm
talk
gonna
about
I'm gonna
it.
speed through this story real quick, just for the listeners. All right, so I was dating this girl whose mom would, make all this extra food, freeze it, and give it to us.
Like rice.
So she made gumbo and rice, and she wrote the date on it, whatnot, gave it to us, and I'm like, why the fuck would you freeze rice? It takes 5 minutes to cook, and
Minute
if you want to
rice.
do a minute rice or
Right.
whatever, So we ate the gumbo, didn't eat the rice. That relationship ended horribly, and then it was about the time we moved from there to the party house. And I just thought it was funny. We had it for 2 years. I thought, let's fucking move it. It was a stupid joke. So we moved it in that party house. And then we had that for years before we realized it was still in the freezer. And with the date still on it, then we started having parties for rice, birthday parties we always joked about doing rice cakes. We never did rice cakes. So.
No.
But,
Oh god, that would be terrible.
But there was times we would put it on the mantle. People would come over. I remember Christina made a birthday card for it. Natalia made a birthday card for it. We would have these legitimate birthday parties for this bag of fucking rice.
Did
And,
anyone ever buy it a present?
just alcohol, and we would drink it, obviously. But
Did you ever put some in rice?
no. He's too young. He's only 7.
Oh,
We
yeah.
never had any rice wine though.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
We should have done that.
That's
Yeah,
to be
so-
the nastiest
so-
shit by
Maybe
now.
next year.
Rice turned 7 this year, so
Nobody cared.
Happy
Nobody
birthday,
cared.
Rice. Happy birthday, Chris Claus.
Right.
Thanks.
Yeah. how
No
do you
relation to
put
rice.
that together? No, but
Third
rice
taste.
even ended up having its own Wii character for a while.
Yeah.
We made wild rice. We made
Wild
did,
rice.
did we make? Well, we had white rice, and then didn't somebody make I think Brian or somebody made Mexican rice or something like that.
Fuck
It was
if I
got
know.
really really bad.
Yeah.
The jokes just kept going on and on.
I don't know why that just made me remember the ice cubes that we found in the morning.
What
one
ice
time.
cubes? What ice
The
cubes?
weird chain of
Tell us about
cubes?
these ice
No,
That's-
hold
I
on.
don't
This is a
know.
different story.
So
Oh.
again at the party house, I used
Yeah.
to have some what seemed like brilliant ideas at the time.
Yeah.
After
Hungover days.
after one too many,
Yeah.
Just one?
just one.
Just one.
Well, keeping it reasonable.
So the first time we made crazy ice, we decided to make vanilla ice.
That's right. We did.
Yeah.
We made vanilla ice cubes.
Put a couple of drops of vanilla in the ice. And the idea was we're going to use them the next morning when we're hungover in White Russians, right?
Sounds
Seems great.
Yeah.
That's right.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah. So then fast forward a couple months and we wake up and there's we're like, what the fuck is in the ice trays? The rice trays, jeez.
I mean, they're right next to rice, so
Yeah.
I mean,
We're like, what the fuck is in the ice trays? It almost looks like some sort of wax or something. You remember this?
yes, I do.
It took us about all afternoon to figure it out. It was fucking cooking oil. We had poured it in the
Oh.
ice trays,
Yeah.
put it back in the freezer.
How did you
All right,
get
but-
that confused?
So you
with
thought that
vanilla?
was vanilla?
Well,
No.
no. It's just when you open up the freezer and there's ice cubes with weird shit in it. We couldn't remember what we put in them the night before.
Oh,
Fuck
so
if
you
I
actually
remember.
had put vanilla in it. It just froze that way.
No. We actually.
This is,
but-
like I said, fast forward a couple months here.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we started with putting vanilla in it. That was a
Oh.
great idea, and then
That was good?
Months
That was
later.
I
actually good?
see. Oh, so
Yeah.
there
I
was
don't
like-
recall. Perhaps.
All right. So
It's probably good.
if we're gonna tell stories of the old house, I still say my favorite story, which took me years later.
Jackie Chan.
Oh, the Jackie Chan one's good too.
Okay.
But
Anyway.
no, I'm going to tell the other story, which you guys forgot to tell me, and 2 years later it came out. So yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
This gets really good. So
He's turning red over there.
this is such a great story.
This is a good one.
So
Best 50 cents I ever spent.
yeah.
This is
All right,
cheap
so-
good
Except for those
time.
hookers.
We were partying every weekend for months. You know, Friday, Saturday, whatever. And this was after the Russians, I
This is
think.
probably during.
Or during the Russians.
Yeah.
So we were like, seriously, we'd start Friday and Sunday, and just every weekend, just weekend warriors. And
I didn't live there, but I treated the house as my own and did my own. I'd call Justin, hey, by the way, party tonight, your place.
yeah,
Bunch of fucks coming over. He's okay, cool.
yeah, he pretty much he lived on the weekends at least.
Yeah. Oh,
And,
certainly.
I feel like I live here on the weekend sometimes. So
right. Yeah.
Yeah, this is my blue fridge. So-
Yeah, that is actually his blue fridge.
It's very cute.
Thanks.
Adorable.
So, anyways, I can't remember. I think it started in the kitchen one night. I don't think it started. With, I don't think it started with the doorknob. It started
No.
with the kitchen.
Okay.
So
That's a very weird lead-in.
so
to
That's
the
an
story.
awesome lead-in.
Started in the kitchen.
It
So-
started on the porch.
So we're drinking, and you know, that's when Chelsea lived there too.
yeah.
That, you know, cage fighter from Amarillo, living with Lucky. Anyways,
This
all right.
is an
Lived
amazing
there with
story,
Lucky.
and I really
mean,
have
this
no
is getting
details
weird
at
already.
all.
I don't know what's happening
All right,
either.
so anyways, so we're partying one night, and we're drinking, and we see little droplets of blood in the kitchen. And so we're thinking somebody like cut their foot. I mean, there's, you know, shit broken everywhere. Like, it's an old party house. And so we're not sure where it came from, you know. And so we're just like, that's fucking weird. We kind of cleaned it up. No big deal. But a week later,
Kind of clean it up.
well, whatever, you know, you know.
You didn't clean up shit in that
He smeared
house
it
last
around
time.
Yeah,
until he
Yes.
couldn't see
Pretty
it
much. I think we
anymore.
kind
Pretty
of just
much, yeah.
poured some
Yeah.
vodka on it and shoved our foot on it. It was done, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was like a week later or something. And we saw a couple of droplets on the porch. I'm like, man, this is getting fucking weird. You know, why? People are just getting fucked up, cutting themselves. What's going on?
Well, because there was a bunch of broken bottles at the bottom of the porch as
Yeah.
well. So, I mean, it's perfectly plausible that someone cut their foot or something.
And
such
then the
as
whole
Jackie Chan. Yeah, he cut
story.
his foot.
Yeah. So, anyways, about a week later, you know, we all left somewhere and we came home, and I go to, you know, open the door, you know, open, you know, the key and open the door, and there's blood all over my hand from the doorknob. I'm like, this is just fucking weird.
Yeah, ghosts.
Well, that's, you know, that's what the story started. You know, Chelsea starts freaking out. Well, what if it's a ghost or whatever?
You
Anyways,
didn't know this story for 2 years?
no, hold on.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know the answer to the story for 2 years because here's
Oh.
what happened. That was about, I think, about the end
No,
of
hold
it.
on. So
Was it food
so
coloring? Is that the 50
Justin
cent?
starts getting hardcore, right? Because he's like, "What the fuck is going on? Right? What the fuck is this?" He's like, you know, of course, getting Q-tips, inspecting it and whatnot. He's like, is it blood? Is it not? What the
Well, but
fuck
like
is
the
it?
third or fourth time, I'm going, okay,
Yeah.
what is going on?
Right. So we're
And I'm
talking,
drunk.
you know, a couple of weeks between occurrences here.
But it keeps happening, and I'm just mind blown. But
Yeah, I mean, someone's probably cutting themselves that has thin blood or something. You know,
Something.
who the
Well,
fuck
what
knows?
did you do?
okay, well, okay. So from my perspective, it just stops, and you know, and I never thought to even ask about it again. I was like, oh, okay, well, that was weird, and it was. We were all having a conversation about 2 years later. And this story comes up, and I'm like, yeah, that was so fucking weird. And Chris looks at me and he goes, oh shit, we never told you. I'm like, what? He goes, well, that was fucking me. He's like, I bought fake blood, and it would just show up at fucking weird random times when you were at home and did shit to you.
Wow.
Everybody else knew about it but me. They
And no
forgot
one
to
told
tell
you.
me. I'm like, you're such a dick.
I am a dick.
That was hilarious. But I just thought it was funny because, yeah,
You know,
you
it's-
started slowly, I think, apparently, throughout the
Still
stories.
in the MR2.
Right.
It started.
oh,
in the
it's
Still
kitchen.
got it in the car.
Well, but I think throughout the process of this, you started informing people, oh, I'm doing this. This is funny. Don't tell Justin.
Right.
And it kept going, and then everybody just stopped. But they forgot to tell me. But I just blew it off. I was like, well, it stopped. That's probably a good thing.
Well, no. So I had gone to that Blockbuster, right? And this tells you how long ago it was.
Right,
I'd gone to
right.
that Blockbuster there on Lewis to buy you that like gay cable porn.
Oh, that's
And-
right. Oh, my God. That's
What?
right.
And at the
You guys have lost me.
and at the
10
checkout,
minutes
so it's
ago.
like November 1st maybe, right? And at the checkout, of course, they have this little tube of fake blood for like 50 cents. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna find a use for that, right? I mean, who doesn't need fake blood for 50 cents?
That's some cheap fake
Right,
blood.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
I totally got 50 cents worth of enjoyment out of that fake blood just watching Justin.
Yeah.
What the
One
freak?
tube.
I'm
the
getting
whole
Q-tips
time?
going, is this
Yeah.
real?
Well, no, because
examining it.
I would just put like a little drop or two on like the kitchen floor.
Wow.
Besides that doorknob handle, you pretty much coated that. And I don't know why I didn't see that when I grabbed for it.
And you're
But
freaking out. 'cause of
Chelsea
someone else's
freaked
blood.
out when I like opened my hand and it's like blood. She's like, ah!
The cage fighter.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
You think she's used to blood?
No,
Yeah.
Did you guys preface this with you used to live together? At any point?
No, we've never
me
lived
and,
together.
No, me and
No,
Chelsea
never
lived
lived
together.
together. You
He
guys
only
never
lived
lived
together on the
together?
weekends. No,
Oh, you were only okay.
this is when he was still going to.
God.
What the fuck was that?
This is when I was carrying 18 hours at TU.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
That's just what you did on the weekends.
Yeah.
I feel like we're getting ready to go down the road of like too many just stories and inside jokes.
Yeah.
Which we can, of course,
We
save
should
for
reel
after
it
the
in.
podcast.
We should reel it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Because, I mean, yeah.
No one's
I won't
gonna
even
get
mention
it.
what I'm thinking next.
Yeah. No.
I don't even know if I want to hear
No.
it.
There's some stories that we cannot tell.
Well,
obviously,
let's
from
keep it
back in the day. So let's go. Let's bring it back.
information for the masses.
Yes.
So, wow.
So wow.
So I've got a lot of
I
records.
was gonna ask.
You got a lot of
Yes.
records. How many records do you have?
Fuck if I know.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good number.
Yeah.
Shitloads.
Is it
Yeah.
about 28?
10,000.
It's about 28 to 37.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's not a shitload, by the
No,
way.
I'm actually going to take a couple more crates back with me this time, too.
Nice.
So
Oh, really?
I've still got tons here.
Do you have any organizational method?
Not anymore.
Apparently, if they're everywhere, then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
What was your organizational method before?
Well, I mean, before I always kept a play bag in no specific order. I'd, of course, keep a couple of tracks that went well together next to each other. But as far as the vault at the house, it at one point was alphabetized by artist. But yeah, the collection's grown a little bit since then.
Well, and this actually kind of brings me up to another point. Something that you and me we've talked about that actually I didn't think about until you even mentioned it. Was talking about the turnover rate
Of
tracks.
okay,
Because you even brought up to the point. It was a porch story that we were talking when.
He doesn't remember this.
yeah,
It doesn't look like it.
No.
there's
I can
nothing
tell
but a
already.
blank stare.
Well,
For
you
those of you who can't see.
you were talking about like how the old-fashioned way you had to go to so many stores, find these tracks, even go to different cities, find these tracks.
certainly.
And you did so much searching that you were kind of defined as a DJ by the tracks you would play, and
Oh,
you would
yeah.
play them over and over again. And then we talked about how
certainly. Yeah, the shelf life today
Yeah.
is considerably shorter just with digital and digital delivery.
yeah,
I mean, what's a good shelf life of a hit track now, right? I mean,
you know,
really, what, 4 months, right?
Well, even now,
even the biggest hits are out of style in
What do you
6
mean by
months.
like
Right.
biggest hits?
I mean, all the typical bullshit that everybody plays, right?
Okay.
But even still, if you find a track that you like, you only want to play it at a couple of shows, and
Well,
you want to
certainly.
have like a month or two between before you drop it again because you don't want to be known for just playing the same tracks. People
Right.
get bored now these days.
Well,
It's a lot
certainly.
differently.
And they didn't before?
No, definitely not.
No.
Um,
Right on.
I mean, when it was all vinyl, and that was the really only solution, right? Of course, CDJs were out. They weren't really popular, and they had about as much credibility as the sync button today, right? You didn't use CDJs. Anyway, I mean, of course, this is 15 years ago, easy. But yeah, I mean, you were defined by what was in your record bag, and people would get to know which tracks you might have had or whatever, and
Would
come
you
see
soak-
your night.
Would you soak your records in the bathtub to get the labels off?
No,
No.
no.
wow, people do that.
People
Why-
did
why
that.
would you do
Wow.
that?
That was a real
I
thing.
didn't know you could do
Just
that.
become
Uh,
more
they
white
would-
labels.
They would
Yeah.
do it so that no one would know what they're playing.
Right.
You
Oh,
couldn't look
that makes
over
sense.
the decks and be like, oh, it's this one. you know,
Right.
And go off and buy it. So yeah,
That's
people
true.
used to like soak it in the tub just to scrape off the label. And
Yeah. But no, because I mean, of course, small independent record stores, and especially here in Oklahoma, right? I mean, you get, a couple tops. I mean, they're getting only, maybe 3 copies of a record, something super popular. They'd get maybe 6. And
I thought
that
house
was
music
that.
started in Tulsa.
Yeah, well, of course. I mean,
Right. Wow.
I'll ask Shannon about it next week.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get some good story from
Oh, yeah.
Chambers.
Yeah, he's been
next
at it a
weekend.
lot longer than I have even, so.
Well, you're only 28.
Right. To be fair, right. But I started
I mean, to
playing
be
when I
fair.
was 7. Isn't that what I said earlier?
Yeah, something like that. I
Can
think that's what the
can
math
I see your
said.
ID for a second? I would love to.
Like you know how to do math now.
I've got my
Come on.
calculator. What do you think I'm doing?
A couple shots in, and now you
She's
know.
Now
like
I've got the-
37 minus 1995.
No, that's not at all how I got to that answer.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
So do you have any like amazing stories from a gig that
Good or bad,
Oh,
funny
geez.
or just amazing
yeah,
shows.
let's go best or worst.
or both.
Oh, man. That's a question I definitely wasn't prepared for, so give me a bit.
Okay.
Okay, I mean we can talk
So you might have
amongst
to edit out
ourselves
some
here for a
banter
second.
here while
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
we can
think of
totally
something.
do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck editing. I like-
How about we pour a shot for Chris's
All right, I'm
birthday
gonna
while
go
he's
pee.
thinking.
'Cause
And
he's-
when
Hang
you,
on.
when I come
Well,
back,
you better fucking hurry up because I was about to go too.
Wow,
All right.
we can have a second
Okay.
intermission then?
Let's
We
do
can have a
second
sword
intermission.
fight.
Oh my god, let's do another intermission.
A sword fight seems interesting.
Double intermission.
Double intermission.
Double intermission.
I think-
and
I think
sword
this-
We'll be
fight.
back shortly with a word from our sponsors.
Why are you going to sword fight?
Have you thought of a great story?
I have thought of a good story.
Tell me your story.
It was a show in Fayetteville. I don't even remember who the headliner was. Some bigger headliner. And some chick decides she's going to blow this dude.
Like on stage?
Well, kind of like backstage behind a little curtain thing or whatever.
Premium spot.
Right.
Thank God they had curtains. Like, yeah.
Dinner and a show for her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You think she had dinner?
No, the dinner would be.
Oh.
Never mind.
Yeah, she had meat for dinner.
Hot dogs.
Yeah, hot dogs.
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
And, well, I mean, anyway, just a long story short, freaking hits her head on the fucking gear rack.
Oh no.
Wait, like what? How? Like, I can picture so many scenarios. Like, was she just going in too fast and hard?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I wasn't right there next to it. Or
Didn't have her
anything,
glasses
but
on. Couldn't see which one.
Maybe so.
Of all the things she saw coming, she didn't see that coming.
But this one goes to 11.
That shit was great, though.
Jesus
So
Christ.
out cold.
No, she just busted her head up.
God. Did she still continue?
I don't recall.
You just wanna know, did she finish? Did she finish?
Yeah,
Did she-
right.
But no, I mean, I've played a million different shows and almost as many places, and for a while somehow I got on the industrial circuit, and I played a lot of fetish balls. I mean, people getting beat and shit right next to the DJ. booth.
Wow.
Right.
That'd be weird.
And essentially a couple of times almost full on like porn quality shit, and it is what it is. You just
Well, if
gotta
it
keep
pays
playing.
well.
You just gotta keep playing, man.
Yeah. As long as you're not tied up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just keep your side tied up to the decks. And
I may or may not have had my ass beat a time or two. I don't know.
you can't remember.
Wow. Jeez.
God, I just keep picturing this girl hitting her head on the rack.
That sounds horrible.
I mean, God,
Back and to the left.
I don't even know if I want to.
Back and to the left.
I don't even know how many more questions I want to ask about that. I mean, like, is he like dong out when this happens? And he's like,
I mean, I wasn't
oh,
right there next
shit.
to it.
Wait, did you just say dong out?
I did, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Rock
Wow.
out with your cock out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's the only proper way to do it.
we have
Yes,
just hit a all new low on this one, and
I know. We
cheers
take it
that.
to the lowest
I know.
places. Hey, cheers, everybody! Happy birthday to
Happy
Chris!
birthday, Chris.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to all.
And to all a bloody head, apparently.
God.
Yeah.
I guess that gives new meaning to bloody head.
Gross. Wow. Stop.
I just picture him like turning
way
into
too
like
low.
Melanie's mic a few weeks ago. Whenever it went
Oh.
limp, right when she hits her head.
Why Why do you have to bring that back up? I don't know why we have to talk
Because
about
your mom
Does
listens.
that happen a lot,
like-
Melanie?
My mom listens to this podcast.
Oh, nice.
And I said my mic
So
was like
she's
a
the
limp
one.
dick.
Yeah.
She's our 8th listener.
So I was actually looking at,
I don't remember hitting my head though.
Dongs.
no, you didn't. You
Of course
just.
you don't. Concussion shit.
So YouTube has all this statistics and everything. You can.
Where is this going?
This is actually this happened today.
Wait,
I was
you
actually
have
looking into
statistics.
All statistics online are true.
yes.
Obviously.
Well, and 75% of statistics are made up.
That's actually a good
So
statistic.
that all of those statements are true.
but no,
60% of the time, it works every time.
yes. But no, speaking of statistics,
All right,
and YouTube, I was
statistics.
actually looking this up today, and looking through our statistics on YouTube, and trying to see how everything's going so far. 13 episodes in, and I got to the statistic that when I first read it, I was like, yeah, that's awesome. Then I thought about it, I was like, oh no, it's shitty. They were like, statistically, people listen to about 15 minutes of your podcast. I was like, great. And I'm like, oh fuck, it's an hour podcast. Like, that's probably not good.
The
But-
first 15 minutes?
What? No, it didn't say that.
That-
What?
oh,
it's
just
an
like what
average.
part
So
of it,
you've
yeah.
got some of the ones that are listening to the whole thing. Jossie and Marcus Lang, obviously too, that are listening to the whole thing. But then that also means you probably have a shit ton of people only listening to like the first 3 minutes of it and going, "Fuck this." But
That's
Yeah.
fine with me.
Yeah.
The
The real
good shit
question
happens
is,
later.
how many of them have their cocks out?
I'd say
How many of the
I'd say,
I think we should take a poll on this.
well, myself included, I would say 100%.
Well, yeah.
Thank you for thinking that was funny.
Please send dick pics to baselinepodcast@gmail.com.
Welcome to the Cockcast. Oh god.
Baseline podcast.
I'm glad my family doesn't listen to this.
At
I won't
gmail.com.
give my family the address.
And
They're like,
Not
I'm like,
anymore,
no way. No way.
Baseline podcast at gmail.com. Send dick pics.
God, don't
Please do.
I'm the one that has to
Actually.
filter that shit. I don't want to. No.
Wait, you said something earlier
I
about
definitely
some
think this should happen.
cable grade porn you were getting at Blockbuster?
For Jay, yeah.
Cable,
What is that?
It was-
I don't know
Cable
what
what?
that is.
What was that birthday thing one?
Cable grade?
Which?
Is that what you called
Something
it?
like
If I'm-
soft.
Yeah, like
porn.
some cable ready gay porn or something.
Yeah.
Cable ready.
That was a birthday
Yeah.
present of mine one. Yeah.
That it was. I've gotten Justin some very good birthday gifts over the years.
Which, I brought up the last one, which I thought was fun. Well, not the last one, but the one I still think was funny is when I turned 30. It was, 6 years ago. When I turned 30, he brought me a Transformers shaving kit. It was one of those, fake shaving kits and whatnot. And that was hilarious because it came with the moldable foam. That's what it was. It was the
Moldable?
moldable foam. Yeah.
So you can turn yourself into a robot
Or
and then shave it off?
Whatever
Yes.
you want, you
Oh,
can mold.
God. Oh,
Whoa.
God.
And
So
so,
what did you want?
well, we had a lot of ideas.
But
we
you
nev-
hit your head and you don't remember?
I don't remember. I don't remember. It was
Justin
a huge
blowing the headliner.
Hey, you said you never tell that story.
I was the headliner. Damn it.
so anyways, he gives me this, and we kept making jokes about it every year.
Because he was becoming a man.
Yes, I was becoming a man, so I needed the shaving
Shaving
You
kit.
kit.
still don't look like a man.
I still don't. I'll never. But it was the joke of this year we need to bring it out because we're gonna whatever with it. Whatever, but we still have it, and I still own it. It's in the back of my closet. Yeah,
That's just sounding weirder and weirder. We're gonna do whatever with it.
It's
Now
in the back of the
my
closet, next to the chains and the cuffs and the bonus, the moldable foam. 1 year we're gonna break it out. So.
Should we re-gift it to Chris tonight?
No.
Let's go.
You can't re-gift me my own gift
Yeah.
that I gave.
But
You absolutely can.
I want to take it out.
It's been long enough. This is getting weird.
No, but I think
I don't-
it's kind of one of those rice things, though. It's lasted this long. It's kind of a joke now, and I think in 4 years, when I turn 40, is when I think we need to break it out.
Is the
Like
mold
a fine
still?
wine.
I mean, is the foam still mold? I can't even say that
we'll,
shit.
we'll find out in 4
is
years.
the foam still moldable?
We will find out in 4
No
years.
way. There's no
We'll
way
find
that
out when we
still
try to
works.
mold it into a penis because inevitably that's what will happen.
You
It's
know it
totally gonna
is.
head that
Well,
direction.
yeah.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know if that's what I would mold it into.
Dude, by the time
Of
you're
course you
60, you're
Yeah,
going to
I
have
don't
so
know.
many
That-
things that you hold on
That's
to
a
just
very
because you think
obvious
it's
thing
funny.
to do. Yeah.
Yeah. But like 60, I'll still have rice. I'll still
You'll-
have
yeah.
the
You'll
Transformer
have-
shaving
Melanie,
kit.
what
I'll
would
have-
you mold it into?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
a good
even going
question.
there.
What would you mold it
I'm
into?
not going down this path with you guys.
No,
I'm
yes,
just
you are.
picturing
What?
now that you have
Buttholes?
Duh.
I mean,
I mean, you've already got the mouth there. You can work around it. It's so simple. I mean, work with what you got, you know?
What would you mold it into, Chris?
that's a good one. I really don't know.
A dick water gun? Because
Perhaps.
I don't know. I was
That's an
picturing.
inside joke.
I
I
was
should-
picturing.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Rice stuck into this moldable whatever it is.
Oh yes, you can make
Combine
a
the
beer with
two.
it and make rice.
I'm thinking a
hair.
butthole
Stubble,
with
yeah.
like stubble around with rice. I'm getting, you know.
Because rice will be 11.
You
then.
could be a silver fox at 40.
Oh yeah.
I'm already going. If you see this gray that's coming in, I'm already going to be at 40. I'll be.
This
I'll be a
podcast
silver
is
guy.
giving me gray hair.
Well, I don't have a gray bush yet, so
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Oh,
Totally.
talk about silver. Fox.
Sorry,
No
Mom.
No edits. No edits. This is all going on.
I hate this podcast.
This is what happens when we're doing. And we learned our lesson earlier.
Have we?
About not drinking and doing podcasts. We did so well of not drinking and doing podcasts, but when you have Chris close in on his birthday, you have to drink and things have to get out of hand.
Yeah, do you need a shot?
You
I
should
think
take
it's
We can take a
time.
shot.
I
You
think
need-
it's
I
time.
think-
Oh, well, can we?
All right, hold on.
I think
You
Chris
Hold on.
needs the shot right now.
I can
I'll
take.
do a shot.
Justin's going to get the shot glasses.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
thank you for.
Well, while Justin's gone. Yeah,
Okay.
let's do
Sounds
that.
good, right? That's while he's gone. Oh, what the fuck is going on?
I hate these shot glasses.
Why do you need these shot glasses?
Well, because
I
they're
mean,
made
I love
of
the
ice.
concept, but I think they're a
They're
little
ice shot
messy.
glasses.
They're
and
very
they're-
messy. I mean, they just melt in your hands. They're hard to hold. You feel like you're gonna drop your shot.
Jesus Christ.
They're slippery little
Don't
fuckers.
talk about my cock like that.
I just said slippery little fucker. You don't want me to say that's about your cock.
Slippery little
I'm
fucker.
just saying.
Oh boy,
That's
It
only
may
three.
or may not be. I don't know.
you haven't examined in a while.
Jesus.
All right.
This bottle is slowly. Shot glasses.
This is God. I hate these things. See, they don't
I
even
know,
come out of
it's
the.
a problem,
Will
but
you
we're
shut
working
up
through it.
here?
Mine's leaking.
Oh God, no! It's just
That's
like
what we're talking about.
melting in your hand.
Yeah.
Well,
Like
Oh,
your
that's
question.
actually fun.
cheers
Yeah, it's
to
fucking
the
dope.
few listeners we have.
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks
and
for making it this far into this
Mm.
podcast, and cheers to
Blah.
Chris on his birthday.
I'm just
Spasibo.
gonna long.
No, I don't wanna bring it
You're,
up.
you're breaking.
I know.
The
things
levee
are,
broke.
It's all.
The
It's
levee
all
broke.
downhill.
The levee broke. That's not even a full shot anyway, because it.
I know because it's all over the side. I mean, there's a
You
huge
are leaking
crack
everywhere.
I know.
Jesus.
There's
Yeah.
a giant.
Well, put it over here.
Quit
leaking.
trying to ruin the equipment.
I would.
Yeah, dick.
It's
I'm not even sure.
probably be better if I did ruin the equipment. We need to
At
quit.
this point, yeah.
Oh my God, I am so wet.
Oh my God! Can we just end on that?
You're
note?
not the one we should be hearing that from.
Yeah.
Oh, no, okay, so
We should be hearing that from Silver Fox.
right, yeah. You silver facts.
Mellow out.
Don't ever call me that again.
That is totally your new nickname.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well,
I
silver
can't remember your
fox
name
are-
anyway, so.
Silver,
Oh.
I thought silver foxes were generally men. Is she more like a silver ferret?
Now, just so everybody knows that joke, I met Melanie like 500 times and asked her name
Yes.
500,000 times.
Yes,
and,
he
yeah,
did.
I'm an ass like
I want to
that.
end on some
I thought
music.
that you
Can
were
we end on
joking,
like
too.
more music shit?
But you really
We
weren't,
can't.
were you?
We don't have any.
The first
we
couple
can
of times,
legally
no.
Dickhead.
I am a
Yeah,
dickhead.
we've met so many times,
Oh,
and
no, I
he
know.
would say, "And who are you?" I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" We spent like 13 hours together,
Yeah.
All right.
and then he'd say, Wait,
All you
who are
8 people out there, bear with me here,
Yeah.
because you know what it's like when you meet 10 people at once,
Yeah.
especially when you're
Wait,
drinking.
you aren't the only one, and I won't mention the name, but there's always there was that one that we would meet, Gary and Tim's, that I introduced you to, and the funny thing is, you had a drunken moment where you looked at me and you were like, I'm not gonna remember this. I'm like, yeah, you're not. And about a year later, she came up and she was like, it was really like, you met me that one time. You said you weren't going to remember me and you didn't remember me. And you're like, yeah, I remember you. And then like she walks away and he goes, I don't fucking remember her. And the next day I was like, do you remember her now? And you were like, who? And I'm like, well, shit, there you go. Not at all.
My apologies. I'm bad like that.
Well, I think you finally got it figured out.
I do.
You've admitted many
her.
times tonight that you do not remember things.
No.
Yes, it happens.
After the years we've had, if we didn't write it down on a fake wall,
Or show pictures
Or
of
show pictures.
the
We
morning
didn't remember.
after.
Yeah, then you didn't know.
Yeah.
All right, so let's leave this on a serious note. Looking at the up and coming DJs, the DJs that are trying to mold what Tulsa is now, and what you know, and transferring to what these new schoolers are trying to get into. Is there any words of wisdom that you've gained over your long time profession into electronic music?
Your
that you
13 years.
Yeah, that you would want to. What would you tell them?
We need that insider shit.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, the biggest one I can say is don't sell yourself short.
Sell yourself long.
Exactly. Exactly. Don't sell yourself short.
What exactly do you mean by that, though?
Well, I mean, you don't have to take shitty gigs and take the shit-ass time slot, you know?
Are you saying
But-
more
but-
of like follow your heart?
But
No.
at the same time, in
No.
Tulsa, there's not a whole lot of gigs to be had. Everybody's looking for the awesome gig to play, and there's
Right.
not. And
I mean, get out to other cities and network. I mean, the regional network is pretty strong. Now, for some reason, between Tulsa and Oklahoma City, not so much. I don't know why. It never really has been. Oklahoma City is
Right.
more in tune with Dallas. But from Tulsa, I mean, you can get to Springfield and Fayetteville very easily.
absolutely,
And they're great fucking times. But
get to know them. And
yeah, get to know some people, you know, figure out, you know, kind of really what's going on regionally. And, you know, just because some asshole has some gig and who the fuck knows where, I mean,
yeah,
you don't have to play it because, I mean, the 6 people there aren't worth the exposure unless you really need the practice.
Well, I think the big thing I would say about Tulsa too is a lot of people, you know, wait around to be booked or wait around for the good shows. And I think the big thing in Tulsa is create the big shows, create the good shows, and get out there, because Tulsa is an environment to where you can actually make things happen.
Well, for sure, but I've never been a fan of playing my own shows.
Right.
It's something I don't believe in, especially if I do, it's the opening slot because I don't feel like asking somebody else to take the shitty slot.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've
But-
never headlined my own show.
But there's too many. There's too many people that are waiting for somebody else to do the big show, and to
Well,
them
those
I would
people will
say,
be waiting forever.
yeah, and to them I'd say you have a great environment. Tulsa is a great environment to where they're up for anything. You can create your own thing. You can do a lot of interesting things you can't in bigger cities. So just do it and see what happens.
Well, certainly. I mean, market yourself, but in ways other than, you know, I mean, nobody gives a shit about your DJ name or your DJ logo or any of
Right.
that. Like, play good tunes, mix them well, you know, and don't be a dick.
Yeah,
Don't
like
be a
me,
dick
because
is a
then you
good
get out
one.
of the game.
yeah.
Yeah. Is that how you
You
got
are a
out?
total dick.
I am a dick.
Yeah.
It happens.
Well, but spend your time, you know, honing your craft and finding your voice within this many genres of music.
Certainly.
Figure shit out, and then just go out there and fucking do it. Don't look for an open door. Make your own a fucking door.
Oh, certainly.
But as you say too, move around regionally. Don't play here every fucking weekend. Go out and
And if you do, don't play the same shit every weekend.
yes, absolutely.
That's true.
So, I would say that would end on a good note. The last bit of good information is we're not getting anything else after this. From any
Well,
of us.
Aren't we?
I think we need to go celebrate Chris's birthday.
Absolutely.
Motherfucking right.
His 28th,
Motherfucking
37th, 9th birthday.
We're driving your car, right?
No, we're not driving my
No.
car.
No?
No.
Yeah, we're totally driving his car.
Hell no.
You're
That
driving,
makes me
Melanie.
think we're driving my fucking car, you dicks.
Probably.
Or we could take the van and listen to Public Enemy.
You know I love that. But it's going to be cold. I don't
It's
want
gonna be
that.
cold. There's so much gear
We
in
can
the
smoke in my
van.
car, doesn't matter.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh,
All
sweet.
right.
We can
Even-
also listen to
yeah.
Public Enemy in my car.
You have Public Enemy?
We have phones.
I have a phone. I have everything.
Awesome.
Oh,
There you go.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right, so let's wrap this up. Next week will be Shannon Chambers. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Hey, Shannon. Too bad I didn't get to see you while I was here.
Thank you for being on our show.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
Chris.
Great to see you.
And on
Thanks
your
for having
birthday,
Yes.
on my
great
birthday.
to-
and Christmas Eve, which the show
Thank us
won't
all
come
for
out
being
till
here on
January
Christmas Eve.
1st. Yeah, thank you all for coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas Eve.
Put it
but-
out when everybody's hungover. Thanks.
They'll have nothing to do but listen at that point.
That's
though.
what I'm saying.
They're going to be like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Talk about a New Year's resolution.
My list has already
So-
started after tonight.
right.
man.
You're like,
Yeah.
quit podcast. Check.
Actually,
Dye pubes.
I
check.
Oh, shit.
I kind of want.
You're welcome.
Your nickname's totally Silver Fox.
Yeah, it is. Silver Fox Mellow L.
I kind of want one more story from you.
All right.
One more story?
What is-
okay.
Does he have one more story?
Well,
I'm
no,
sure he
I'm
does.
trying to like narrow it down. What is your favorite New Year's Eve that you remember?
Since this will be New Year's, okay.
Oh, geez. Okay. So I moved to Oklahoma City in November of 2000.
Dating yourself.
Yeah. And
I like how so much of this is about your age.
Absolutely.
Or what it might be.
And when I moved down there, I moved in. I had a coworker as a roommate. Didn't know her very well. Anyway, so Sam helped me move down there.
Sam Probst.
Yes.
Oh.
And like I said, this was November. Being a dumbass young kid and broke, right? Couldn't afford the gas deposit because it's a different gas company down there, right? So I couldn't transfer my ONG as OG&E. Anyway, so yeah, November, Oklahoma City, no heat. That was a lot of fun. Anyway, so I'd been booked to play this party, a New Year's Eve party. Agent Dan threw it. I don't know if you guys know Agent Dan. Mad respect. He passed away a long time ago, 2001. Anyway, he had done this total one of these illegal warehouse parties, like porta potties, bringing in propane heaters, all this stuff, downtown Oklahoma City.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was a total nightmare, but it was just such a blast. And, it's one of those memories I think back now, and it's totally nostalgic and just kind of the way things used to be, and it was just such a good time. I've got pictures of it, and I've got these large propane heaters on either side of the decks. Look like fucking jet engines. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's a wonder we didn't all get arrested, but geez, almost everybody played because there were 2 floors in this thing. I mean, the building would have never, ever passed code or anything. I don't know whatever became of that building. It probably got bulldozed or something. But no, it was just a really good time. So.
Yes.
Well, now that made me think of something I was going to ask you earlier
All right.
about.
Oh,
Damn
so
it.
here's all the questions you've been
I've
talking
been
about.
sitting on all
that you're
night.
gonna
We were
discuss.
waiting
Okay.
for
Dicks
part
the whole
3.
night. Yeah.
Yes.
So Sam brought up, I think the last time he made a mix, maybe you guys
It's
help
12
me
years before.
refresh my memory.
What he gave
I think
us.
he
yeah.
said you guys were drunk one morning, sitting on the floor, maybe with some weird equipment. I don't know.
Well, he
Somebody
said-
help me with
well,
the story because I
yeah.
don't remember the exact details.
We did Chris. Sorry, Chris. We did Sam.
Way to
Right,
F it
here's
up.
the vodka hitting
we
in.
didn't do either one of them yet, but
I was like, wait, do I have to fuck you guys after this?
yeah, that's the deal.
We'll see how the night.
Did you not read the contract?
Motherfucker.
Are we not
No,
paying you enough? Like,
So,
Right.
Damn it.
Come on, these ice.
So,
cube
a couple-
She didn't tell me she had silver bush.
Silver Fox, Silver Bush. You should know.
Can we let that go? Thank you.
No,
Nickname
it's
forever.
done. It's on the internet. You're done.
Do I have to make another Bassline podcast name change?
You went from Mellow L to Silver Fox. But no, so 2 episodes ago we were talking to Sam, and he was talking about he did the mix that he gave us. He said he hadn't done a mix in 12 years,
Yeah.
and he was like, I think the last mix I did was with Chris Close, sitting in my living room, drunk. And we had everything set up. We were just like cross-legged in my living room doing, this mix. And
Well, no, I think we were set up on a fireplace or something.
Yeah. he said that.
Yeah,
He said
okay,
that,
that's what it was. That's what it was.
So I was going to ask your take on that anyway, just because.
His take
They
on
think-
it. Well,
well,
it
just-
happened. as
I'm
Sam
guessing.
said,
Same
and-
I'm gonna go ahead and
Same
guess
story?
that
It all went
he
down the
doesn't
same.
remember. But if I'm wrong, let me know.
But no, I remember it. Sam made a mix.
So
Was
you
he
don't
saying that
remember
was the
things.
last mix he made before the one
Before
he,
the
yeah.
one he gave us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was with
probably
you.
so.
Yeah.
But I'm sure his memory is
I
probably
mean, it
about
was
the
a typical setup. It was just on a fireplace. So
I don't know. This was a long time ago. I was going to ask this before it got really weird about what we're talking about.
You guys are all.
Well, you made it
crisscross
weird.
applesauce.
I
Hell,
really
I've-
didn't make it anything.
Aaron
weird.
Morgan and I made a double disc mix on the floor at a house in Oklahoma City. I mean,
Right.
I just got back from San Francisco with a bunch of new records, and we threw them down and
Nice.
made a killer double mix.
Right on.
It's good to have Aaron back in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I haven't seen him much. Obviously, I live in
Yeah,
Houston, but
right. It's been good to have him back. He's been here many few times. We need to actually schedule it to where Aaron comes in and talks about the old school days.
yeah, Aaron's the motherfucking man.
Yeah, he is.
Well, Chris, thanks for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, enjoyed it.
Yes, it was fun.
Very, very much.
Great talking to you.
Let's go party.
Let's do it.
Actually, real quick before we go
What?
party.
Bring
quick.
it back- bring it
I
back in.
just thought of something that I
Bring it
want to
back
know for editing and doing the visuals and stuff. Okay, so do you keep up any sites or anything with
yeah.
your music on it? Do you keep up? Can people find your mix or
I
anything?
do officially have a SoundCloud, but not the Pro because I'm too cheap for that.
Absolutely.
So
Well,
it's,
same
got
here.
it's got 2 mixes on it now, and eventually I'll have a new one on there that I've been working on. But
So how can they find it? It's SoundCloud /
I think it's DJ Chris Close.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, if you just look up Chris Close, you find some other fuckhead. But
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, we'll link that on our sites and stuff
Alright,
like
sweet.
that. But
Find the original fuckhead.
find the original fuckhead, Chris Close.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. Thanks again for coming out. Ben,
Yes,
I'm
thanks for having
totally,
me.
I'm totally ready to
Happy
celebrate your
birthday.
birthday.
I really don't want to fuck all you guys tonight, though.
happening.
We'll just
Damn
see
it.
how it
Wait,
goes.
Not
Wait.
at once.
Just one of us or 2 of us? Not 3
Maybe.
of us? Okay.
Maybe.
We'll talk after this.
We'll flip coins.
Yeah. Well,
Merry
we'll
Christmas.
probably end up with spin the
Happy